keep your distance. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Imagine, once upon a time, you came up with a corking idea about organising some games to celebrate the resilience, the determination of servicemen and servicewomen who had been injured and become ill as a consequence of their service. You saw the Warrior Games in the United States and thought, let's do something similar, and we'll call it the Invictus Games. We will bring together on a yearly basis a family of service people, those that may be struggling with a return to Civvy Street, people who have lost limbs, people who have lost an eye, people whose self-confidence has been shattered through post-traumatic stress disorder, a whole array of afflictions and conditions. But let's celebrate the ability of people to triumph through this adversity. Let them have a platform to show off how they have trained, that they can compete. Allow them to feel like they matter because they truly do. And we will create that because you have an understanding of what it's like to serve because you've done so yourself. And you may also have seen people who've been injured, and you may know some of those individuals. And therefore you can demonstrate compassion for them whilst raising money and ensuring that the world dedicates praise and compassion towards these brave individuals. What a corking idea! And because you're a prince of the realm and you've served, you get the gratitude of the armed forces for saying, good idea, Ginger Bollocks. We're behind you and we support you. And also, because you are famous, you're able to get on the phone and ring up some famous people and say, look, hi, Prince Ginger Bollocks here, coming together with some games. Want you to sing at the opening ceremony, like you to say a few words, want you to be an ambassador for it. How about it? And these famous people say, no problem, Harry. I like you. You're the Playboy Prince, but you're doing some good. Sign me up, I'm on board for Team Invictus. And then you get to speak to the wife of the president, who says, I'm big on supporting veterans also. I'm a staunch advocate for them. And therefore I think this is jolly good that you're creating this, and I endorse it. I'm behind your message. Brilliant, thinks Harry. I've got the wife of the president on board. This is all going swimmingly. But then, having created this and engendering goodwill for it and being seen as a thoroughly good chap for being involved in it, you then decide to fuck it all up. You do so because you married a spider, and moreover, you let her control you. In a sense, you didn't really know what was going on. You're not that bright, and your own emotional thinking clouded your judgment. But the consequence of this is that the very games that you have created have been infected by the presence of your wife using it in The Hague for her own benefit, the suspicion that she would do the same when it comes to the games in Dusseldorf, and the fact that now people who hitherto wanted to help you are thinking, do I really want to be seen hanging out with a couple of grifters? Do I really want to be associated with two individuals who have treated their families so badly? No, I don't think I'll bother, actually. And the latest person to have reached that conclusion, which is all based, of course, as a consequence of Harry's wife's behaviour, is Jill Biden. According to the Mail Online and Emily Goodin, Jill Biden distances herself further from Harry and Harry's wife. The First Lady will skip the Invictus Games and give the US team a send-off, after deciding to miss events with Harry and Harry's wife to avoid upsetting the royal family. Accordingly, Harry's wife's conduct, and Harry alongside that, has resulted in Jill Biden saying, I think these two are toxic, indecent, and therefore I don't want to upset the royal family, so I'm not going to go to the games. There you go, Harry. Thanks to your wife, you've lost out on somebody that you hitherto had a decent relationship with. Jill Biden will skip Prince Harry's upcoming Invictus Games and will instead attend a going-away dinner next week for US athletes, the White House announced on Friday. The First Lady is opting against travelling to the veterans event in Dusseldorf, Germany, which Harry and Harry's wife will attend, and will instead speak to the competing Americans next week. Jill Biden, who is a staunch advocate for veterans, will still mark the Games by addressing 60 wounded, injured and ill active service military members and veterans in Belvoir, Virginia, the East Wing confirmed on Friday. She has enjoyed a close friendship with Harry for years, and they have bonded over their support for veterans. But recent developments in their relationship suggest she has started to keep her distance. The First Lady wanted to attend the April 2022 Games in The Hague in the Netherlands, per a source close to her, but ultimately didn't go to avoid offending the British royal family. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will attend this year's Games, which will take place from September 9th through September 16th. The Duke will be in attendance throughout the entirety of the Games and will be joined by the Duchess shortly after the Games begin, the Sussexes said in a statement. This year's Games will be the 6th iteration of the event. Ahead of the opening ceremony, Prince Harry launched a new Netflix documentary that showcases incredible stories of heroism from veterans who competed in the Games. Prince Harry created the Invictus Games to honour wounded warriors. The first event was in 2014. The Games had been a bonding point between Harry, a veteran of Afghanistan, and the Bidens, whose son Beau served in the Delaware National Guard. Jill Biden has attended past sessions of the Invictus Games, as has Joe Biden. Both Bidens attended the Games when they were held in Canada in 2017, and Jill Biden attended the 2016 Games in Florida. The First Family wanted to go, the First Lady wanted to attend in April 2022 but didn't go in order to avoid offending the British royal family. Through her Joining Forces initiative, Jill Biden is a huge supporter of the military and their families, and despite their 33-year age gap, Jill and Harry have formed a bond over their shared interest in veterans' affairs. However, British officials in a working-level conversation conveyed to National Security Council staff that they thought the idea would land badly, a source said. She wanted to go, but there was a concern the palace would be hurt if she attended. And therefore, another individual has seen that it isn't appropriate to attend. Since entering the White House, the Bidens have kept their distance from Harry and Harry's wife, who have settled in California. Jill, who was supposed to attend the September 2021 Warrior Games in Orlando, Florida, with Harry, who was already living in California at that time. However, the 2021 Games were changed to a Zoom event when in-person events were cancelled due to the COVID pandemic. During the online gathering, Harry and Jill praised each other. But now, the friendship has been placed under strain, and it's no surprise. It's as a consequence of the fact that the behaviour of Harry and Harry's wife is causing yet another person to question having any close involvement with them. And thus, the downward spiral of people determining don't want to be around them any longer, it doesn't go down well with other people, it will affect my brand, etc., continues. And it's all as a consequence of the toxic behaviour of Harry's wife. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.